Hello, Math 200 students. Just want to go over your syllabus with you, make sure we understand how to get started on this class and the policies of the class. So here's my information. This is the syllabus that you can find on the course Moodle page in the folder that says Syllabus and Math Excel Enrollment Guide. So this is me, Professor Jonathan Rowe. It's the spring 2020 term. The term began yesterday, March 18th. It ends on May 21st. And spring break is from between April 6th and 10th. Our normal meeting time would have been between 8 and 10:40 on Mondays and Wednesdays. But I think we're going to be an online class now, so that won't apply to us, I don't believe. My normal working hours will be between during this hybrid time between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday. If you need to get my assistance, it'll have to be between those hours. I'm always here to help you, though. I really would like to help you if you need help outside of the normal class communication. So just make an appointment with me. Here's my email address. Here's the office phone number that forwards to me at home. But the best way to get in touch with me is through the Remind app, through the Remind texting. So go ahead and, if you haven't done it yet, sign up for the Remind texting group by texting this code, MAT200JR, the @ symbol, and then MAT200JR. Send that in a text to the number 81010, and that will sign you up for the Remind texting group. You also need to make sure you sign up and register an account with Math Excel. So to do that, follow the instructions on the Math Excel enrollment handout that is also on the course Moodle page in that same folder as the syllabus. You will need an access code, which is this code here, and you will also need a course ID, which is this code. So it's two different codes you need. The first one here gets you access to Math Excel without having to pay anything yourself. And this code here is once you have that access to sign up for our particular statistics course on there. This is the Math Excel enrollment handout that you'll find on the Moodle course page. Back to the syllabus. So let's scroll down a little bit. Course materials. Of course, we've just talked about Math Excel. Math Excel is going to be good for you. It's very has a lot of good advantages to it over just traditional turning in homework. So it's an online platform where you will do your homework assignments and tests. The good thing about it is, at least as far as homework is concerned, is two things. You get to submit answers as many times as it takes to get the problem right, and it will give you credit no matter if it's the first try or the 18th try. So that will give you a chance to have a really good homework grade. It also gives you help inside of the program itself. So if you need help on a question, let me just show you how that works. So let's say I'm on homework 1.1. And I want to go to question help. Here's all the things you can do to get question help. You can click help me solve this, and it will solve this problem for you, and then it will give you a new problem, which is a lot like this problem for you to do to get credit for the problem. You can click animation, you can click textbook, which brings up your textbook to the section where you will find information about this problem. You can click on a calculator. Don't click on Ask My Instructor. That's going to send me an email, and it won't get to me in a timely fashion. Again, the best way to get in touch with me is not by email, but by the Remind texting. So everyone should have a very good homework grade because you get to get my help, you get to get help inside the program, and you get to submit the answers as many times as it takes until you know you got it right. you should have a very high homework grade, and a high A or even a 100, and that will give you extra room for error on your test grades, which you may need. If you don't have a high homework grade, it's going to be bad for you. It'll be your own fault with that. So as long as you are not lazy about your homework, you should have a high homework grade. And so that means you'll need access to the internet outside of class to deal with Math Excel or to deal with anything on this online course. If you don't have that, you may need to go to the public library where they have computers there for you to use. Item number 3 here, you need a TI-84 graphing calculator. The newer the better, but if you need to get a used version, you can get a used version. New, they go for in the low 100s. If you get a used model from eBay or maybe Amazon or Lawrence County Online Yard Sale or wherever you may get it from, a lot of times you can get those for in the around $60-ish, maybe 70, maybe 50, depending on how old it is. But you need to get a TI-84 graphing calculator as soon as possible to complete this course successfully. All right, as far as grading is concerned, we have 2 categories for test grade, 2 categories for grades: practice and tests. Practice, all your homework assignments and maybe a project will all count as practice, and the practice category counts 30%. The test category counts 70%. I need to read this part to you out loud. Any grade review must be initiated with the faculty member, department chair, or assistant dean within 30 days of the end of the grading period in which the grade was reported. Any student who feels he or she may need an accommodation or assistance based on the impact of a disability should contact the student disability coordinator to complete the process of becoming verified and receive instructor notification letters. Once the notification letter is presented with timely notice to the faculty member, then accommodations can be received until the end of the course. The student disability officer for this campus is Ms. Priscilla Adams. Let me change that. Ms. Priscilla Adams. And her office is located on the 2nd floor of the Dublin campus, or she can be reached by calling that number right there. All right, administrative procedures. Completion of the drop-add process and the withdrawal process is the responsibility of the student. All right, the next parts are important. I know this is kind of weird to talk about absences and tardies if it's an online class, but if we go back to NC, this is something you need to know about. The maximum number of absences allowed before withdrawal for non-attendance is 2. Without valid reasons, students may be automatically withdrawn on the 3rd absence. If you do have valid reasons with written documentation, then you may be allowed a 3rd absence. But even with written documentation, you may run into trouble if you miss more than 3 days. And then every 3 tardies counts as an absence. If you're 1 minute late to class, you're counted tardy. If you are more than 20 minutes late to class, however, you're not counted tardy, you're counted absent. If a student is habitually late to class, he or she may be asked to withdraw from the class. So the main idea there is just be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. That is part of character, part of growing up, part of being successful. No late or make-up work is accepted. If a student misses a test day, this test must be made up within 1 week of the test date on the student's own time outside of class, in the presence of the professor or another member of the GMC faculty or staff. You will not be allowed to distract from the class. And finally, a student should always notify the professor if there are any issues. And here is an ethics policy, which I like that GMC has an ethics policy. GMC emphasizes character and ethical behavior in all aspects of the curriculum. During the quarter, ethical issues and dilemmas will be discussed as they pertain to mathematics. Instructors will include some type of activity in this area. We do have a project that has to do with that. Since the primary goal of education is to increase one's own knowledge, academic dishonesty will not be tolerated at GMC. Students and faculty are expected to abide by the GMC Honor Code, which is, I will neither lie, cheat, steal, nor tolerate those who do. At this point, you need to do the syllabus quiz. I think I gave you 2 opportunities, 2 shots at it, so you can submit it twice, and it'll take the higher of those 2 grades. That'll go in as in the practice category. You need to also do the hybrid quiz on the Moodle page. I haven't assigned any homework yet on Math Excel. I plan to upload some teaching videos where I'm teaching some of the concepts. And once I upload those, then I will assign homework based on those. So be on the lookout for that. And text me through the Remind app if you have any questions.